Just watching this team this year, obviously a lot of expectations on Team USA basketball, the men's side and the women's side, obviously. But what you saw in the last two games, especially against Serbia and against France, what do you come away with watching that team?
Oh my. I mean, I think that the Serbia game may have been one of the greatest wins in USA history, certainly. And then the gold medal game against France in Paris, an actual true road game in a championship, that's probably the toughest environment that a USA basketball team has had to play in. So, I start there. Then I get pretty quickly to the part where, like, I think as a nation, as a basketball loving, sort of basketball dominant nation, we need to understand that things have fundamentally changed, and it doesn't matter what team we bring to an Olympics, who we throw out there. Winning is no longer guaranteed.
Mm-mm.
Uh, it took, you know, four of the best players of all time playing together at an extremely high level to narrowly avoid losing in the semifinals. And then you take that same great team, and for the second Olympics in a row, so it's like whether it was the hybrid team with Durant and Dame Lillard and Drew and Booker, and then you have some role players mixed in, or you have this super all-star team. France was again within 3 points with like 3 minutes left. That's two gold medal games in a row. So this is the deal. So if you want to compare this team to the dream team, it's an almost impossible comparison because the competition was so much different.
Mm-hmm.
But the way we celebrate the dream team for the dominance and sort of the style and the bringing the game global like the dream team did. Um, I think we need to celebrate this team for having been able to rise to the challenges that were created by that dream team.
I think you're absolutely right. One thing I can give this team a lot of credit for is having a lot of heart to be as many points down to Serbia in the third quarter and then to fight back and to be in an all-out battle against France in hostile territory with all the expectations on Team USA. Because anything other than a goal is a disappointment for this basketball team. To see Kevin Durant go out there and play defense the way he played, I mean, that in itself says something about it. But, LeBron James was phenomenal. He was named the MVP. But Steph Curry, lasting memories. I mean, you're there. You're watching it. We're watching it on television, and we're amazed. What is it like in the arena when Steph just does what he does in that fourth quarter against France with those four big three-pointers late?
No, you keep talking about all these wonderful Olympic memories, and I keep thinking about all the French red wine that erased all these memories. Uh, but no, to your point, so the MVP voting is a little funny. They put up a QR code in the media room starting before the semifinal.
Oh,
So, and anybody basically, like, it's media and then FIBA experts. So I'm not even sure who that entails. But basically, it's like if you have access to that media room beginning on the semifinal round day, you can cast your vote. And LeBron had been the Americans' most consistent player. Certainly, if you go past the Olympics and include the 5 game exhibition season, and we were covering that every day, and ESPN had done a lot of coverage on it. So, like, everybody was up to date on how the US had been playing. And so I think that's how LeBron gets the MVP. I mean, for Steph to have 36 and then I think 26 and to make 17 threes in the semifinal and final in games that they probably would have lost had Steph not made those shots. He, of course, is the MVP for this tournament. And I think actually, like, this shouldn't have been the case, that a player of his level and with his resume and career could somehow add to his legacy, but he did with those four shots. Four threes in 3 minutes. The last one being double teamed by two taller players with two wide open guys, teammates, and he threw it up there, and of course it splashed, and that was the end. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been there for a lot of Steph Curry's great moments. Covered every championship that he's ever won, including this one now. But this one, the way he did it, he made the comparison, like winning an NBA Finals. There's more to it because you have to play for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a sprint, but the feeling of accomplishment, he said, in the short term does feel similar. And I will walk away from this, remembering those 4 shots and the signature that he left on the last 2 games.
Yeah, NBA Finals, you win 4-7. I mean, in the Olympics, it's almost like playing in the NCAA tournament. You lose 1 game, and that could cost you the gold medal there, depending on when you lose that game. But talking about those memories, I was talking before the show, and I believe that those 4 shots, that sequence of events with Steph Curry is the most memorable sequence of events ever in USA basketball. You got to go back to 1972 in a bad moment for USA basketball against the USSR when they had the controversial time put back on the clock. But this, as far as good memories are concerned, this is the one we'll be looking back at 30 years from now and still be amazed.
I think so. I mean, you think about the dream team and you think about Michael, going up to the scorers table for the gold medal game. You think about like some of the Vinsanity dunks. Certainly the Redeem team and Kobe Bryant running through teammate Pau Gasol in an early game against Spain.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, but it's just, like to your point, the NBA team, there's one time where they sent NBA players and lost in an Olympics, and that was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
But never has a team this good been this legitimately challenged. Like, it wasn't like they weren't playing well. It wasn't like they were underachieving. Like, this was all real. And so, like, for them to come together as they did and meet that challenge, I think you could really make that case that this is the best story or that should be the most celebrated. Like, however you want to slice it. Like, they really did something in Paris.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.